Good morning, Spartans. This morning we are wrapping up some sports seasons and shining a light on a teacher who has a side interest that many students know nothing about. English teacher Erica Lopez writes poetry in her free time. Over time, Lopez has become a published author, featuring some of her best and worst memories.
An English teacher and published poet here on campus, Erica Lopez, shares with us what was the hardest thing she had to write about in her writing career.
I lost my niece to suicide, August 2022. And I had an opportunity to do a book collaboration, which is this one. This book just came out. This one came out September. And I had to write that chapter, and I'm still in the grieving process. I don't know if there's something that I've been working on it, but it's really difficult to let go of suicide because it's a death by choice. And so there's guilt attached to it. I wrote that chapter because people don't understand how different suicide death versus a regular death is. And so it was very difficult to write. I was procrastinating it, but I knew that it needed to be out there so that people could understand.
Lopez also explained what is pop-up poetry, along with sharing what inspired her to continue to be a poet.
We do pop-up poetry, me and my group of poets, and this woman came in, stranger, had never met her, and well, before we do a pop-up poetry, we have to kind of get to know them so that we could have an idea of what to write about. And she comes in and she says something very impactful. She says, "I'm going through a divorce." And since I've been through a divorce myself, I wrote her a poem. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes. And so then when she came back, we stand up and we read the poem, and she was bawling. And that's why I do poetry, because if I can help somebody know that they're not alone, then I did something.
Next year, Lopez would publish what she says is her favorite book yet.
Probably my poetry book that's gonna come out next year. I had a month deadline to finish that book, and I only had 26 pages. And for it to be, go through print production, I had to do it in a month, and it had to be like at least 100 pages. And so I, by some miracle, did 100 pages by April 3rd in 1 month. And it was hard because poetry is difficult to write. All these books are like nonfiction, but poetry is hard to write.
Lopez is collaborating with students at ELAC and is interested in doing a similar project for Sure Spartans.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm looking for students that want to learn the publication process, whether art, graphic art, poetry, stories. Currently, I'm on the staff for Milestone at ELAC. We put this magazine together, and this is what I want to do for sure as well. And so if you're interested in learning the publication process, how to build a manuscript, editing, cover, we're going to have a class Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7:20 to 8:20. If you can't make it at that time, come see me anyway, and I can still work with you, and figure it out.
Our Spartan athletes have come to an end with their cross-country season. Placing first in All-Mountain League, they took 5 out of the 6 categories, which include Frostoff boys and girls, JV boys and girls varsity.
Last Friday marked the end of the cross-country All-Mountain League, and with that we got a recap of our Spartan athletes. Our girls varsity team captains are here to talk about how it felt to lead their fellow athletes.
It feels like you're given a lot of responsibility to lead the team in the right direction, and I just feel like the coaches saw something in me that I didn't.
I hold it for me, it's just like, you know what, these girls really need a leader that just encourages them to do the best and just, encourage them to move forward and just have a positive attitude. And cross country is not for the weak.
The boys varsity team captains also talked to us about how they feel knowing this was their last race.
I'm kind of sad that it's my last year, I really like to run, but I'm going to run in college, probably at ELAC or at a different college, and I'm happy that there's still track too, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it feels kind of sad that it's my last year here because everyone on the team's they're just really nice people, and it's been fun running with them too. We're probably going to run at ELAC afterwards, and the track season's still coming up, so I can still see them a little bit longer.
Cross country's newest coach gives us insight on his first year of coaching.
So my first year coaching cross, it was great. It's good to be back out here after about 10 years. So to feel the competition and let it burn through your veins again. It really, really does something to the body and makes you feel like you want to come out here every day and improve even more, even as the coach. Because even though I'm not an athlete anymore, it's good to see the kids come out here and do their thing, all because you want to come out here and help them.
He also tells us about his favorite moment that he experienced with our team.
Oh, favorite memory of, if any, it's got to be these bus rides with these girls, man. They're playing Christmas music in September. I'm like, like, what are you doing? so probably that, probably running around, showing up early, bugging everybody that's sleepy, just being the little antagonizer.
Our water polo Spartans went at it again and took first place in Almont League for the 6th year in a row, showing Spartan pride along the way.
On Halloween, boys water polo ended their season in the first round of CIF playoffs against University High School. We asked some players to recap their experiences from their season, and they shared which game they are most proud of from their season.
It was a tournament that we had in San Diego. In terms of us being like better or worse, I feel like we're about the same, and I felt like we communicated very good on defense, and we moved the ball around on offense, and by doing that, it allowed us to beat them. We beat them by 1.
Another player shared one of their most memorable moments being on the team.
My favorite moment with the team is when we won the league championship, and we jumped in the pool with the coaches.
Finally, another player shares which teammate they think has shown the most growth throughout the season.
One of the people who I feel like have shown growth is a sophomore. His name is Mark Guzman. He's really good. He can play anywhere in the pool. He can play set or any one of the spots. I feel like he's a big contributor to the team.
Would you rather be at the beach or the pool? Is a question that many students have a strong opinion about.
I think I prefer the beach. The beach is a lot nicer, but I hate seaweed so much. I really hate seaweed. But as long as you don't touch seaweed, beach is better. Always, 100%.
I prefer the beach because it's more fun and it has waves than the pool.
I prefer the pool because there's no animals or nothing dangerous.
I'd say the beach because you could do more things like on the sand and you could play with the ball, whatever. I'd just say the beach.
I prefer the beach because you can have spend time with friends. There's the sun, the beach, the sand. You know what I mean? You can build sand castles and have pretty much a good time with family and friends.
Oh, the pool easily.
The pool for sure.
The pool is way cleaner, way better. Don't gotta worry about no fish, no sharks, no seaweed, none of that. Just get in, get out, dry off. You're done.
Some Doritos on the side, sandwich, Capri Sun.
little sandwich with the chips inside. Ooh, little Gatorade.
I prefer the beach because it's less crowded, and you could get more in the ocean than in the pool.
The pool because it's cleaner and it's fresher. Yeah.
I'd say the beach because it's just how much bigger it is, and it's more out in the sun, and it's way bigger than the pool.
I prefer the beach because you get to swim out and there's waves that you could go over. The pool is kind of boring because you just gotta swim in circles over and over again. And at the beach, you can see some.
This week's Athletes of the Week are first flag football player junior Sofia Garcia. In wins against South Monte and Montebello, Garcia had 4 touchdowns and caught 2 extra point attempts. Against MHS, Garcia battled back from an injury to help the team score 13 points and seal the victory against the Oilers. The second Athlete of the Week is sophomore cross-country Jose Rodriguez. At the Outmont League finals last week, Rodriguez, who gave up his spot on the varsity team to run with the Frostoff team and help them win the league title.
Don't forget, today is the last day to turn in your Spartan Bucks at the counselor's office for a chance to be chosen for a gift card. That's what's happening on the Hill today. As always, journalism students are looking for stories. If you have any questions about our program, broadcast stories at the school yearbook and news website, please stop by A8 to see Miss Cunningham. And that's what's happening on the Hill.